Could we see a superstar defenseman donning the blue and white of the Toronto Maple Leafs? The buzz around the NHL just got louder as speculation mounts about a potential move that could change the game for our beloved Leafs. Imagine a player, known for dazzling skills and a fierce competitive spirit, joining our lineup. The question on every fan's mind: could this be the missing piece we've been searching for? Stay tuned as we dive deep into this tantalizing possibility and what it could mean for our championship aspirations. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with all the latest Maple Leafs news. Paul Bissonnette has stirred the pot once again with his recent bold prediction linking Rasmus Dahlin, the star defenseman of the Buffalo Sabres, to our beloved Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, if you know anything about Bissonnette, you know he's not one to shy away from controversial opinions, especially when it comes to his affection for the Leafs. But what does this mean for us, the fans? Let's dive into this juicy speculation. Dahlin is a phenomenal player, no doubt about it. His skills on the ice are impressive, and he has the potential to elevate any team he's a part of. But here's the kicker. Dahlin has made it abundantly clear that he's all in with Buffalo. Despite the Sabres' struggles, which have included missed playoffs and management shakeups, he remains steadfast in his commitment to the team. It's admirable, really, this loyalty. But it does raise the question: if Buffalo continues to flounder, could that loyalty be tested? Imagine for a moment Rasmus Dahlin donning the blue and white, stepping onto the ice at Scotiabank Arena. He would not only be an instant replacement for Morgan Rielly, but could potentially become the #1 defenseman we've been yearning for. With a career average of 13 goals and 44 assists per 82 games, plus solid defensive stats, he would bring an entirely new dynamic to our blue line. But here's where it gets complicated. Bissonnette's enthusiasm might be a bit overly optimistic. Dahlin has expressed a firm stance against being traded to Toronto. That's a tough pill to swallow for fans who dream of seeing him in a Leafs jersey. However, we've seen in the NHL that things can change on a dime. Perhaps if the Sabres decide they're not in a position to contend anytime soon, they might reconsider their options. And if they do, would they really deny a player of Dahlin's caliber the opportunity to chase a Stanley Cup? Let's face it, while the Sabres have some promising talent, they've struggled to make the leap into playoff contention. If Buffalo recognizes that their current trajectory isn't leading them to success, they could make the decision to trade Dahlin to give him a chance at glory. And if that happens, you can bet Toronto would be more than willing to welcome him with open arms. He's simply too good to be ignored. But as a devoted Leafs fan, I have to ask, is this the right path? Are we putting too much hope into a player who has voiced his desire to stay in Buffalo? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Dahlin would drastically improve our defensive lineup. On the other hand, the reality is that acquiring him might not just be a matter of making an offer. It would require a shift in his mindset, and that's not something we can control. The emotional weight of this discussion is palpable. We all want the Leafs to succeed, to finally bring home the cup after so many years of heartache. Bissonnette's suggestion, while exciting, is also a reminder of the complexities of player loyalty, management decisions, and the unforgiving nature of the league. So I want to hear from you, fellow fans. What do you think about the possibility of Rasmus Dahlin joining the Maple Leafs? Is it a dream worth pursuing, or should we temper our expectations and focus on what we have? Join the debate in the comments below. Your insights are invaluable, and I can't wait to see what you all think. Matthew Knies has been a focal point for the Toronto Maple Leafs this season. And let me tell you, the intensity surrounding him has been nothing short of electrifying. With the trade deadline looming, there were whispers, rumors flying around, about potential deals, including one that would have sent him packing for a star player like Mikko Rantanen. But here's the kicker. According to GM Brad Treliving, the Leafs never seriously considered trading Knies. That's right, folks. Despite the allure of landing a player of Rantanen's caliber, Treliving stood firm, recognizing the unique talent Knies brings to this team. Treliving said it best. He's kind of grown right in front of our eyes. And can you blame him? Knies has quickly become an integral part of the Leafs' fabric, showcasing skills that are rare and invaluable. As a fan, I can feel the weight of that decision, knowing that the front office sees the potential in Knies, even when the temptation to make a blockbuster trade loomed large. Now, Knies himself has admitted that dealing with the uncertainty of trade rumors can be a little stressful. I mean, who wouldn't feel the pressure, right? He wants to be a part of this group, and I don't think any fan would disagree that we want him here. The fact that he has managed to stay focused on his game, despite all the distractions, speaks volumes about his character and dedication. Yet, there was a moment there when the rumor mill was churning, and it seemed like anything could happen. Reports surfaced that the Leafs made a serious push to acquire Rantanen from the Carolina Hurricanes. They offered up a package that included promising players like Fraser Minton and Easton Cowan, along with several first-round picks. But Carolina wasn't biting unless Knees was included, and Treliving wasn't having it. He saw the potential in Knees and recognized that letting him go would be a mistake. Now, let's pause for a second and think about that. What if Treliving had said yes to that trade? Rantanen is a phenomenal player, no doubt about it. But Knees is becoming something special in his own right. He's not just another player. He's a young star on the rise. It's a risk-reward scenario that could have changed the landscape of our team. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. Rantanen could have brought immediate star power, but Knees has a bright future ahead of him, and I can't help but feel that keeping him is the right move for long-term success. In the meantime, we've seen Knees shine on the ice, partnered. Alongside our captain, Austin Matthews, and the talented Mitch Marner, he's racked up 24 goals and 19 assists in just 61 games this season. That's impressive, especially for a player still finding his footing in the league. Watching him play is a reminder of why we fell in love with this team in the first place. The raw talent, the passion, and the potential for greatness. While other teams are making big moves, the Leafs have opted to stay the course, focusing on building from within. It's a strategy that could pay off big time, especially if Knees continues to develop into the player we all believe he can be. The risk here isn't just about winning now. It's about setting up a future where we can compete for championships, year after year. That's what we all want, right? A shot at the cup that's been just out of reach for so long. But I want to hear from you. How do you feel about the Leafs' decision to hold on to Knees? Do you think they should have taken the plunge for Rantanen? Or was it wise to keep the young talent in-house? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter, and together we can discuss what this means for the team and our hopes for the playoffs. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the discussion. If you're passionate about the Toronto Maple Leafs and want to stay updated on all the latest news, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates because you won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's keep the conversation going, and I can't wait to read what you all think.